I always thought coming to church, you'd get that point where you trusted Christ, it was just going to be easy, and it would just, you're going to get better and better, and we found out kind of the opposite. The longer you do it, God challenges you more and more and to do more things. We moved here and got married, and we started going to church some with her parents, and I was still just living. Jay was living his dream, just trying to have fun and not take anything too serious. And we had our first child, and then we were trying to find a home church. We visited all kinds of places and couldn't find the right place. And I think it was several Seven Rivers people were patients of ours and had invited us, and we're like, let's go try that place. Someone told me they have church in the gym, which I liked because I'm a sports guy. And when we started coming here, just the only intention was a little bit of we need to get to church, and the kids need to start going to church. And it wasn't a lot more than that. And then this place really, over the years, challenged us. I mean,
right.
I remember leaving the first few services, and I'd be like, "Oh, Ray sliced me to death today," but it sliced me in a good way. And I just had never heard the truth that just that I didn't have to perform. I was always thought church couldn't be fun, and probably like a lot of people, we'd come and write a check, but so it'd be an amount early on. Just I'd look at Ann, I'd be like, "How's our checking account look?" And we'd write a check, and there was no purpose. You wanted to do it. You felt like you're compelled to at least try and give something, but no purposefulness to it. And it took a long time.
It did, yeah. We didn't have a set formula because, back in those days, you just wrote checks when you were at church and you put it in the offering plate.
Right.
And so if we, were out of town and missed church, well, we didn't make up the difference, so we just kind of just gave when we were in church. And that was that.
And you kind of
we didn't think about it.
Right.
Really.
And it got hard too because, we both have good careers and whatnot, but then kids got off to college and we wanted to have them debt free. And we were, every week it was like, okay, how much, we good? We good to pay the bills? And so it's like tithing. But then, I don't know, I think there was, maybe it was a sermon, I don't remember an exact moment, but I told Ann, I said, we need to try to do this. God just says 10%. It's should be pretty simple. I never told her I did this, but I wrote an amount down that I thought we were comfortable with. It was probably close to 10%, but then you get into is it net or gross? And, a lot of semantics there. And, but then I wrote down the amount I was comfortable. And then I said, okay, God, they used to do this in the Bible with casting lots and whatnot. And so I put an amount a little higher, and I put a crazy amount. Then I put an amount a little lower, and then pretty low. And I jungled them up, and I prayed. And I would tell you, don't do that, because God will have you pull up the one with the highest number on it. And that's what happened to us. And it was actually the amount probably we should be giving to give God his 10%.
And really,
when I said, here's the amount we're going to start trying to give, I
pushed back because I pay all the bills and stuff. And I'm like, okay,
She goes,
really?
I don't know how we can do that. And I said, I think it'll work. I think we can do this. And it's weird. I ever since we started really doing it, we haven't missed it.
Yeah.
You don't feel cocky about it because you're like, God's kind of like saying, well, I'm just doing what he told me to do there. But then I still got a lot of other areas I need to work on. But you're listening to God on what he wants you to do. And there's so many other areas besides just giving. But, I think God it's one more area, just trust in him. It's one more thing that you just hand over to him. I think my encouragement to others, if you don't give or you don't think you should, or try it. Take that first little baby step, and if you do it somewhat intentionally, even if you do it begrudgingly, you'll know you're doing the right thing. And God, in no uncertain terms. You'll feel it in your heart, and you'll feel.
I just think you'll get way more out of it. Everything is God's. And anybody who gives and who's generous, that's just God's love, because he gave so much to us.
We're just hopeful that other couples like us come staggering in here with their kids, not sure where they're going, and that this church can be everything they need it to be. And we're gonna be part of it. You know, we're the old folks hanging around now, but we got the opportunity to really help a lot of people here in the county, and you know, God will do crazy things if you open yourself up to it.